Today I'm gonna turn this invasive Burmese python into delicious python pot sticker dumplings. But first, let me show you how we caught this guy. Burmese pythons are an invasive species here in South Florida that can be found in the Florida Everglades. They compete with our native wildlife, and because of their large size, they don't have many natural predators. And while my best friend and I were driving through the Everglades at night, we came across this one that was getting ready to cross the road, so I decided to catch it. Holy cow. Here, Soph, come hold the light. Holy cow. Holy shit. Here,
wait, you gotta get it by its neck.
I know. Hold the light. Here. Ready?
Got it.
One less Burmese python in the Everglades. Once captured, Burmese pythons have to be euthanized here in the state of Florida, but that doesn't mean they have to go to waste. This python ended up measuring in just a little over 8 feet long. And you guys know that I don't like to let anything go to waste, so I immediately got to work. The skin is going to be in a future video making wallets, but today we're going to focus on the python meat. Similarly to swordfish, python meat can have high levels of mercury, so you don't want to make it into a staple part of your diet, but in moderation it is safe to eat and there's a lot of meat on it. Now it's time to get to cooking. First, in a blender, food processor, or meat grinder, you want to grind some of the python meat. After that's done, it should look something like this. Next, to make the dumpling filling, I mixed in the following ingredients to 1 pound of our ground python meat. And then it was time to make the dumplings. First, we want to add a teaspoon of our filling to the center of the dumpling wrapper, then use your fingers to wet the edges, that way it'll stick, fold it over carefully, and crimp the edges with a fork so that it all stays together. After I was done, I had 2 full trays of dumplings. Next, you want to push them down in a pan with a little bit of oil, that way they can stand up, and you want to wait until the bottom of them gets nice and golden brown. Once the bottom of them is nice and golden brown, you want to carefully add 1/4 of a cup of water and cover them to let them steam for the next 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, you can go ahead and remove the lid, let the water evaporate, and the bottoms crisp up again, and then they're ready to serve. While I waited for those to finish cooking, I made a quick and easy dipping sauce, and just like that, we have homemade python pot sticker dumplings from scratch. These look good and they smell good, but now it's time to see how they taste. First bite of python pot stickers. That's good. With all the flavors of the filling, if you would have told me that this was chicken, I would absolutely believe you. It tastes just as good. In the past, I made a video on python nuggets, but these are on a whole other level. These have to be my new favorite way I've ever made python. And it's good for the environment. For the rest of the python meat, I used it to make other delicious recipes that'll exclusively be available in my future cookbook coming soon. So be sure to stick around for that and the upcoming video on what I end up making with the snake skin. I'm gonna enjoy my dumplings, and until next time, get outside and see what you can find.